God cares deeply about the kids in Central Jacks. They are kids who are longing to know Him, and He is relentlessly pursuing them.
Our desire is for them to know Jesus. Young Life is an international ministry that started in 1941 with a mission to create opportunities for kids to know Jesus Christ and grow in their faith. Young Life moves into their world, assimilates as missionaries into their culture, and loves kids right where they are. They need to know Jesus Christ. That is the only hope that they have for finding life to the full, which is what they're all looking for. And what Young Life is great at is showing kids what that life looks like.
Contact work is really the heart of what we get to do. We just meet kids and we do the basics of forming relationships with people and loving on them.
We really believe that relationships are the fabric of transformation. God, as our Father, loves for us to play, loves for us to laugh, loves joy, and we create events where they can come.
And for them to just have fun, the fun that kids are meant to have. Club is our weekly event that happens, and it's wild and crazy. We sing songs, we play games, we do skits. A leader gets up and they share a message about who Jesus is. The hope is that they would be more open to what they're saying. And then we have weekend camps, and then we also have our summer camp trips.
Southwind is Young Life's Florida camp.
Camp is an incredible experience for kids to just get out of their environment and have fun.
There's all sorts of activities, a lake, pool, giant swing, adventure.
They will hear the progression of Jesus' life and death and resurrection, and they'll have times to process that with their leaders as leaders sit down in cabin time with them. Campaigners is where we go deeper with kids. Leaders sit down with teenagers and they open the Bible together. We just talk about what the scripture means and how that applies to our lives.
What we know about this generation is they feel a lot of pressure to perform.
A lot of these kids have a lot of anxiety, especially social media have just consumed them so much.
But they're kids. They're also really smart, and a lot of them are really serious about their walk with Jesus. They love to have fun. They love to play. They love to come to Young Life because there aren't really any expectations on them.
Kids often view God as someone who's super far off and not connected to them. But when we share stories of how Jesus entered into people's brokenness, that's where kids start to really grasp that God has been there and He is still there with them. Jesus experienced tiredness or a form of anxiety and having to lean on the Father. Those are the pieces of the story that kids are really connecting with.
Every single kid in the whole world should have the opportunity to know who Jesus is and the opportunity to make a decision to follow Him.
Wildlife is Young Life's middle school ministry. We do club, campaigners, camp. I have seen middle school kids come to know Jesus. They don't have all the words to even explain that, but it's just so childlike. I look back on my faith when I was 12 years old. I'm like, I want to be more like that. Their faith is worthy of adults to respect, and so it's a privilege to hear them.
Capernaum is Young Life for high school-aged students with disabilities. Being a leader in Capernaum looks really similar to being a Young Life leader anywhere else. Things just take a little bit more time. We do contact work, we have club, we have campaigners, we go to camp. God didn't create anyone who can't know Him. I think these Capernaum friends have the capacity for a genuine faith and a relationship with Jesus. You see it happen, and it's just such a privilege to be a part of.
Young Life is caught, not taught. And if you're going to catch a vision for what Young Life does and why it does what it does, It's going to be by being involved on our board. You can be involved as a volunteer, as someone who supports the ministry through sharing your resources with Young Life.
My hope for the future of Central Jacksonville is not only that we would continue to go deeper with all the kids that we currently know, but also that we would go to the next schools.
My hope for Young Life is that it's going to continue doing what it's always done, and that is building relationships with kids so that they can have the opportunity to know Jesus Christ.